Dragonshire, map number 1 between the Svenskas and the Enjoyers. We are in the consolation match of Group B. So essentially, whichever team wins here makes it into the top 4 and therefore is guaranteed to get prize money. And whoever loses is out of the tournament. We are in the Banshee Cup Playoffs, everybody. We have $2,000 of prize money split amongst the top 4. And in theory, another 1,600 that the players can achieve through bounties. Now, if you haven't seen them yet, these are the bounties. These are all optional. We had some players go for it, some teams ignored them completely. So far, only a single bounty has actually been accomplished, but every bounty that you complete gives your team another $50 of prize money. So you can only complete one bounty per game, per match. And each team has their own bounty sheet. So the sheets are the same, the bounties are the same for all the teams, but every team has their own sheet. Meaning if one team, for example, completes a bounty playing Nova, and then they can't complete the same one again, you can only do it once. But every other team that hasn't played Nova yet can still do that for themselves. Just a little bit of an overview there. So yeah, take a look at it. There's multiple where it just comes down to an individual hero being played. There's a couple of team bounties that you can go for too. It's a bit of an idea that we're bringing in. We're going to see how the teams receive that so far. The feedback has been positive. But we also haven't seen too many bounties completed just yet. So might make some adjustments on that in the future. But this is why we're doing it in the tournament. Again, just like trying to see, okay, what works, what doesn't, what do the teams do with it? Are they just going ham on the bounties? Is it something where they are more interested in just trying to go into the top 4? For us specifically, looking at the lower teams, at the teams that are usually ending up in, like, let's say 5th to 8th place, to see how they deal with it. Are they still trying to just like go full try hard, or do they try to win a game with a certain cheese, with a certain hero, to at least get themselves some pizza money? So all of these things, we're figuring that out as we're going along here. And, well, in the context of our bounties and the prize money here, also another big shout out again to Kevin, who's sponsoring all of this. Psychiv, probably heard of him. Many of you might have met him already in Berlin as we hosted the Nations Cup over there. So he's been the Heroes of the Storm's sugar daddy for a while now and is making sure that the competitive scene doesn't die. So yeah, big shout out to him. Massive Heroes of the Storm fan. And that's also why the Banshee Cup is called the Banshee Cup, because Kevin is Sylvana's one trick. Has like 8,000 games played on only his main account with her. So absolutely crazy. And yeah, the tournament was named after the Banshee Queen, which is why it's hilarious to me that she gets banned all the time here. So yeah, just bad news. With our first draft, we got Right Wing, we have Hanzo, and at this point we also got Johanna. We get Blaze, Rhaegar for the other team. And well, off we go. Mirrodin gets banned out. And that's our final ban for map number 1. The best of 3 series here. We're kicking things off on Dragonshire. And yeah, it's time to party a little bit. I mean, Blaze on the side lane is already fine. Jojo's really good for the map here too. But I also want to see if we're getting some mages. Yeah, well, show me. Here we go again. Shut the fuck up. So yeah. Ugh. Few heroes are as annoying as Chromie. Yay! So, yeah. This is like... And then she calls herself a dragon. That's the most ridiculous thing ever. You're not a dragon. You're not a dragon. Look at you. You're like half a foot tall or something. You reach my knee and that's it. If I move my knee forward, I bump your nose. You're not a dragon. No dragon would take that form. People are just lying to you. We're being gaslit into believing that Chrome is a dragon. BS right there, I'm calling it. Q on my F, and Chan is playing the panda. Cool. Max Passion is playing Chan. It's a panda. It's the same thing. And, well, last but not least, for Dragonshire, our final pick for map number 1, we get nice Zeratul. Let's go, everybody. Game number 1, the Enjoyers against the Svenskas. Svenskas against Enjoyers. Game number 1. On the left side of the map, ladies and gentlemen, we have the Svenskas in blue. This time they actually have the fitting color for the team. We have them with Gia on Hanzo, Max Passion on Chen, Jean Lassalle on Brightwing, Cure on Maiev, and Skook on Johanna. On the right side of the map, their opponents with Arian on Zeratul, the Enjoyers rocking Richu on Blaze, Lavakal on Rhaegar, Ether on Chromie, and Itrax is playing Diablo in game number 1 of this series. So, let the games begin. And let's find out who is going to be victorious and moves on to the next round of the tournament, the final round of the tournament today. Gia riding into battle proudly with the money pick. A man of my own taste, I like it. Can they also get the W here? Time will tell. For now, what we'll see. What interests me probably the most is that we're now having Zeratul in. So that could be pretty sweet. If Zeratul is able to come in and take Hanzo apart, jump after him and just drop him where he stands, that would be a great start for them. They can also try to do the same thing, obviously utilizing then a couple of stuns with jet propulsion from Blaze into some chromie damage. And then, as a bit of an X factor, I suppose, you have Max Passion on one of his favorite heroes. He has Chen at the top lane. So Max Passion, he always loved to play Chen. These days, Chen is a bit more popular and is played a bit more often, and for more players. But he was one of the few that always loved to bust out the Panda. So, what can he do with this here? I mean, I'm not sure yet, but I'm sure it's going to be pretty fun to watch. So yeah, give me those juicy Chen plays. Once we have the camps started to focus on. Hanzo is already moving in for this one, claiming it, and they're trying to invade. Svenskas with some aggression. I like myself a team that from the beginning starts to be a bit more aggressive, trying to steal things away from the opponent, and it seems like it might be working here. Diablo goes down, so did Maiev. The camp still being fought over, and, well, Jojo! Oh, they defended. Yeah, well, it doesn't always win. It's always fun, but it's not always successful. So they lose the camp, and they lose several heroes. Bit of a sad moment for them. It looked good. It looked good for a time. And if they can take the Siege Giant Cam, hey, great. But at the end of the day, they lost it, and yeah, so they had to bow out there. Now, either way, we have 2 kills to 1, a bit of a lead for the Enjoyers. And it's going to be super curious to see which team is able to move on here. The Enjoyers have been the team that has been improving a lot, but then we have a lot of veterans also in the blue team. Oop, Zeratul going down. Gets murdered and splattered across the gate at the top, as the red team takes control of both of the turning points. This is now technically in a position where they can hope to get themselves a Dragonite. But Brightwing takes back over at the top shrine, so denies those ambitions very quickly to the opposing team. And, well, in the meantime, we're having still the battle going on down at the bottom of the map, as Chromie is hoping to get more damage in, attempting to still retake that shrine, because now it's the blue team that is applying some additional pressure. And that could very well work for them. So, yeah, in comes Jojo, gets stunned into the wall, nice, and the damage from Chromie is right there. But in the middle, oh, Cure against Arian, Maiev against Zeratul, as they're trying to get a Dragonite. Lasers retaken, trying control at the top, but it's a nice back and forth. I mean, they're really going for it right now. So, continuous pressure on the DK from both teams as they're starting to make some moves here. DK is technically up again, but the blue team takes over once more. And, well, with Gia this low, Hanzo needs to be mega careful. Same is also true for Brightwing. They're going for the tether on Diablo. Diablo! And he dies again. 3 kills to 2. Most of the heroes are also running out of mana at this point. So there's a lot of hearthing that will be happening in just a couple of seconds. Because, yeah, they need mana, they need hit points. They need everything. Level 7 for both teams now. With that, we're also getting the follow-up from Chromie with the Möbius loop, and we have the Warp Skirmisher for Zeratul after he initially started off with Shadowhunter. Still no Dragonite in the game. We're now 4 minutes in. That's not late, but yeah, so 4 minutes into the game, no DK, despite the best efforts of both teams to get the objective early. Cure's jumping out, and well, now they are gonna grab it. Cure gets followed, and Skok. Oh, nice Diablo. Perfect timing down there. Good for him. Able to get the shrine control back just before Jojo gets the DK. So yeah, that one was clutch. Richard is still in trouble, so he's not going to take back the topside shrine anytime soon without help, which is why Zeratul was initially starting to move towards the lane. Has now changed direction slightly. Would still help out, but is first of all busying himself in the middle as Cure gets body blocked. Yeah, they might want to try and get a kill. If Zeratul wasn't already pretty low because of his battle with Jojo, then it might have been a different story. But yeah, either way. It's a wild first game. I really like it. I mean, it's action from the start, starting off with the blue team attacking the opponent. Siege Giant Camp not able to get through it. Everybody is now hoping for a quick Dragonite, which hasn't happened yet for either one of them. But they are trying, they are applying pressure. They have heroes that move into the middle to grab it, and then the shrines are being fought over again. A lot of rotational plays are going on too, and it is a pretty fun one. So there's a lot on the line right now. I mean, this literally determines whether you're getting prize money or not, and whether you have a chance to go for the potential tournament victory. So this best of 3 series is going to be super important for both of the teams, and you can really tell. We got 3 kills to 2, level 10 on both sides. Might of the Nerazim for Zeratul. Starting to be a bit aggressive at the top as well now. But no surprises when it comes to talents. There's the thing, Dragonite is not taken. Every time we're on this map, for some reason, when Blaze bunkers up, it mistakes for Dragonite. And I was just like, wait a second, Dragonite? I highly doubt it. But Blaze gets away. Which is the most important part, I guess, for them. But he was forced into an ult here very quickly. Couldn't really do anything about it. So yeah, Zeratul still with another quick leave. Kyo trying to respond. A bit too slow on this. We're also attempting to set up a trap at the bottom of the map for Hanzo. 3 kills to 2, so Hanzo is still alive and kicking. But Chromie is firing with those Siege Giants away at the fort and is doing some serious damage there. Ho 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 ho! Short distance arrow! Gia really wants that kill, doesn't he? And now he gets stunned into a wall and is able to jump away. Diablo wanted to go for the big barbecue play. That would have burned him to a crisp, but he is able to get out. The fight, on the other hand, still ongoing. And the red team again in control of both shrines as Zeratul is sitting in the middle. But that allows for a lot of freedom for Blaze at the top. Yeah, he is loving that. Takes the entire wall down, and this is a really, really cool move from Blaze now. Zeratul also slowed Chen down, so it was much more tricky for him to get back onto the lane and start dealing with this. Yeah, Camp is still active, by the way. They're hoping with the keg, but again, we got the Dragonite, and this time Rhaegar is going for the channel as everybody's busying up at the top. Jojo interrupts the channel, but this was close. And it's not over. Trying to get it again, Brightwing retakes at the top, but it's the end of Johanna. Denying the Dragonite comes at a cost. The tank falls, Jojo is gone, and with 3 kills to 3, it's pretty even now. Hanzo has taken the shrine at the bottom of the map as well, so technically they're now in control of both of them. But yeah, it's a clutch game. And if you want to argue about it, and I think the blue team has done a lot more damage to structures. They've broken through several of the walls now, and in addition to that, they are also getting a little bit closer to taking a fort down completely. Fight in the middle once again as the channel happens. Lavakal for the Enjoyers. He wants to grab it. Ah, that tickled him and dropped him off the DK. It's crazy how clutch they are. 8.5 minutes in, and everybody is really doing their best for that. Big arrow, but also just flying straight up to Canada. Yeah, that one goes all the way north. So, yeah. This is a wild game. It is really fun. It's a really fun one. I mean, damn, they are just 9 minutes in and they're battling for every chance for a Dragonite that they possibly can. Only 6 kills in total, not too much. But yeah, Max Passion, Jolasal, they're all sitting tight now. Bottom of the map, Cure is going for the camp as it seems and is trying to establish some lane pressure. Whereas lane pressure galore is happening at the top. That fort has already taken damage and we all know how important forts are here. Forts are now tied to fountains. So once the fort's gone, the fountain's gone. Once the fountain's gone, you don't have any sustain on that lane in the middle. And your opponent has, by definition, a bit of an edge getting, getting a Dragonite. That's, yeah. There it is! Chromie dies, but Zeratul gets the DK for their team. Nice! So, Dragonite number 1, nearly 10 minutes in. They want the kill on Blaze, and they are going to, well, maybe not get it. He still had the cooldown. Good. And there's also the kick. Get the hell out of there. Leave my side laner alone. So, now that Blaze is safe, they can start to go for the attack up there and start to do their thing. So, yeah, nice. Pretty sweet moves that are being made right now by the two teams. Blaze dies regardless, despite the best efforts of them. Not too much damage with the Dragon Knight yet, and with Blaze gone, it's obviously also a 5 versus 4. But bot line got also pushed back a bit. The blue team is still in the lead in experience, so they are currently way ahead by nearly a level, actually. Which is kind of wild, considering that they haven't even gotten... Get away! Get back! That was a really interesting one. I mean, Hanzo didn't really know where he was pushed. So, yeah, take another one at that. That was kind of funny. That was actually kind of funny. So, here in the middle, first he gets kicked away, and then... Get back here, die! Nice kick, nice timing. Yeah, so the decay didn't really do as much damage as they probably were hoping for. Distracted them a little bit. 16 versus 16 now. Safeguarded Blaze initially, that's why he went back and tried to help him out here. But, yeah. The Decay was just like trying out NFL tryouts. That's essentially what he was doing. He's trying to get onto the special teams. So, yeah, hoping to do his best here. But unfortunately, I think his performance was not good enough because they haven't picked him up yet. Oh, they might have picked up Cure now. Yeah, Cure's a bit low, gets the heals. Disc is out against Diablo. Richo is sitting tight as well. And can they now, with the tether, maybe go for a kill? Camp is taken. Red team claims it, steals it away. And is able to move out. Yeah, they already accomplished their objective here. For a moment I thought maybe they're going to follow them here a bit further. But no, they didn't. So yeah. Things are still looking pretty good for... I mean, honestly, it's still fairly even. The blue team is losing more of their structural hit points. They are in danger of losing the fort at the bottom of the map and could also lose the one at the top. At the same time, they're doing a bit better on experience gain overall of lane control. But it is anyone's game to take still, and both teams have quite a few plays to make here. Nobody has gained a huge amount of momentum yet that will allow them to snowball this. Can he keg out? Yes. Has to keg away. As Chromie hits the ult. Down at the bottom of the map, Skok escorted some more minions in that will do damage now. And the next Dragon Knight is announced for another 10 seconds. So we are gonna get a bit more damage on that too. Which is gonna be pretty neat. AKA, they can now go for objective on the 13-minute mark. Well, if they would lock it in right away, which is not gonna happen. So the next one is gonna be a lot stronger. But yeah, they're still sitting in the middle. And it's kind of wild, because we are now with 9 kills at level 18, and we have seen how many Dragon Knights? I mean, it's been one Dragon Knight. So it's a little bit atypical, and nobody has a big advantage yet. There's no huge lead where you're saying, oh my god, they're snowballing it right now. It's just not a thing. 37,000 damage from Zeratul, 50,000 from Hanzo. Now here, Max Passion coming in, another stun, but he also has the keg back up, so could always use it if he needs to. Chromie is already upgrading her level 10 straight up into 20. And they're all centering their attacks now around the bottom of the map and the turning point here. The shrine thingy. So 18 versus 18. It's a close game. It's definitely. So, top side, Chen. Go up against Blaze here again. It's Panda time. It's kind of wild. It's an interesting one. I didn't really think that it would be this close, this long. I thought at some point a team would walk away with a bit of an advantage and just force the opponent to react. But whenever I've ever seen an actual talent advantage for more than a few seconds? I mean, we haven't. They are so close right now in game number 1 that it's just absolutely amazing. I love it. No idea who's going to take it there. I feel once that we have a Dragon Knight that can go through a couple of structures, the team might start to pull ahead a little bit. But the talent advantages that usually a lot of the games in Heroes of the Storm are centering around are just not a thing here. At no point did a team have a big talent lead. It was just not a thing. Diablo goes down at the bottom of the map as they are fiercely fighting in the middle. They're even going for Chromie now, trying to kill her, and I guess they can. Chromie gone! They got the double kill. In the middle, the attacks are still going on. And level 20 is going to kick in for the blue team in a moment, and now they have an actual lead here. This is the time. The time to try and go... yeah, he's sneaking this one in. This is the time to try and go for some structures. This is the time to go maybe for a Dragon Knight. They're sending Chen towards the top. They want to have the camp at the bottom of the map. so they can take some forts out. But Diablo is already back up on the map. Chromie is coming back in too. Dibbles obviously had the soul stacks, so yeah. But Chromie's down for another 28. Bottom fort should fall. Chen takes over at the top. And in the middle of the map, we have Cure channeling. Nobody's going in for this. That's the first Dragonite for the Svenskas. So, good stuff. Bottom fort is gone. That's the first structure that got destroyed. They're starting to push towards the keep wall. And the Dragonite is getting busy in the middle. As up at the top, they were trying for Chen. Yeah, he's trying to keck. But it's not a lot that he can do. Another fort falls. That's 2 forts gone. And they can move down and try take the wall out and maybe a little bit of damage on the keep. Maybe this is the momentum that they needed. The two teams are now both on level 20, but maybe this is the momentum that they were looking for, that they needed here, and that they're going to try and use to now push for victory in game number 1. So, can they do it? Yes, no. 50,000 for Zeratul, 68,000 for Hanzo. Another quick hit over here. What about the Dragonite? Still another 20-30 seconds left. Can always use the Dragon's Breath. I mean, when in doubt, just hang back and use Dragon's Breath to take minions out. But nobody has dealt with that, so this seems to be threatening their topside fort. Which would make the situation a little bit better, honestly, for the Enjoyers. If they at least can take 1 fort to counter, then it would be a 2-for-1 fort trade. Yeah, and that's exactly what happens. Top fort is gone. Can still push at the bottom of the map. And with level 20 talents, we're now also getting the Shadow Strike. Stride, we got the Farseer's Blessing, Stuck in a Loop, and the Hellstorm. So big level 20s for them for sure. 7 kills to 4. Yeah, and while the bot lane is opened up, I guess the next Dragonite is going to be a potential play to make down here. You still have to take all of this out. That's where Cure is going to use all of his AoE. But with the fort falling at the bottom of the map any moment now, it's still pretty wild because they are now again even. Again, 17.5 minutes in, and they're even in structures. They're basically even in levels. It's going to be level 21 against level 21 any second now. So there's no huge advantage for any one of them. I mean, maybe opening the bottom wall up at the keep is counting as one, but it's not big, so yeah. Here's again Jet Propulsion, this time missing. Diablo with the wall stun against Hanzo, going for the Hellstorm, trying to burn at least a few of them. Gia could still use an arrow if it was needed. The Panda starting to keg out. Skork on the move out of the fight. They're still alive, and Hanzo with the arrow shuts them down for a moment. Farseer's Blessing is kicking in as Arion on Zeratul was in danger of dying, but gets saved. And once again, the team's in a massive team fight with nobody dying. Maybe now? Can they go and take Cure down? Nope, he still retreats. Next Passion on the Panda is also fine. What a game. What a game. That's the consolation match that I was looking for. So, great stuff. At the top, a tower is going to get destroyed. I suppose it's going to be the only thing that the camp is going to be able to take down successfully. But, yeah. Over in the middle. Let's have a look there. Yeah, there's the hit on Intrax. They're trying to isolate Diablo again. He's fully stacked. If they can take him down, he would lose his soul stacks. Objective is also back up, so good fight for the next Dragonite. Can try and go and attempt and out-rotate your opponent. Alrighty, next move, and okay, Itrax, Richu, Arion, all deep in the battle with Q. Oh, the arrow from Hanzo, and Zeratul makes it. Zeratul survives, Bunker is up, and they're using it. Zeratul still chasing. They want to go for Hanzo here, but he's already going another shot of arrows back out, trying to make sure that if Zeratul jumps in, he would eat that volley of arrows immediately. Nobody has still died. Like, again, this is the second big team fight that we have, where they're basically going for all their ults. And it's the second time that nobody falls. We're 20 minutes into the game right now, and it's just incredible. It's so close, so clutch. Everyone is just they know exactly where the limits are right now. Nobody's dying. They're all just trying to get a kill. When they realize they can't, they fall back, save their own heroes. Maybe now the trap down here. Chromium 76,000 damage. We have 95,000 for Hanzo. He's going to join the 6-digit club in a second and cross over into the 100k. Rhaegar is dead. Didn't even have time to use his Ancestral. And with Rhaegar gone, this might be the moment. This might be the moment where we have the blue team bringing the pain. Unless they lose some heroes now. Gia's low, another short distance arrow, Arion, and Zeratul gets attacked and dies. That's 2 heroes down for the Enjoyers, and this could be the opportunity right here to follow it up with a few more. Chromie nearly killing Hanzo. That was one auto attack away from Hanzo getting murdered by her. They are trying for the keep now. They're trying to go for the keep. They have a camp that pushes for it as well. Diablo gets disked, and maybe they can follow up on it. Yeah, the tether, Dibbles, careful, low, but he has the Hellstorm up, uses it, and burns Cure down. Burns Cure. Literally and figuratively. Cure's gone, so is Jojo, so is the keep. Oh, no chance to end the game. But they took the keep down. What a series. If honestly, every single map in the series is going to be like this, we're in for more than a treat. I mean, we're 21 minutes in, and while it is definitely true that a keep has now finally been destroyed, I'm still unsure that the blue team is going to win this. They're ahead now, but are they going to win it? That's a very, very different question, because it seems that every single time that a team takes the lead here, just a second later, the opponent starts fighting back. Look at the damage numbers. 113,000 now for the blue team on Hanzo. 99,000 for Chromie. She's gonna get the 100k as well. Diablo alone is at 71k. Zeratul is at 69k. Nice. And Blaze is at 54. And, well, they got a Dragonite. After they killed the 2 heroes, after they killed Maiev and Jojo, there was nothing that the blue team could do to stop this. So there's a DK, and that will bring them back. First they're going for the keep in, sorry, the fort in the middle. And I suppose then, are they even going down to the bottom of the map? They're not going to get any minion support there anytime soon, that's the problem. Simply because we have this camp there, so this camp and Catapult are going to push that out. So if they're trying to break through the wall at the bottom, they won't be able to let any minions soak up shots, which is a bit annoying. So that Dragonite can't do all that much. It's a bit of a silly situation. They have to wait for the minions to come in, or it's going to get burned down quickly. Talking about burning things down. Yep, there's another Diablo ult. His damage output is also kind of bananas now. So once again, the Panda getting attacked. Max Passion gets another heal. Arrow against the red team. 5 versus 5. Back up, and the Dragonite is getting melted. Yeah, courtesy of Hanzo. Arrow after arrow. That unstoppable prevented the kick from going through, and Zeratul is going to be back up on the map in a moment. So yeah, they couldn't get the keep. Didn't get that. And with 9 kills, 2-6 and level 23, we are back to the normal lane routine. Or are we? No, maybe not. Maybe they are sieging up now. Alright. Somebody's risking something. They're starting to siege up on the bot lane. 23 coming on 24. And there's the keg. Yeah, that's the problem when you overstay. So Diablo is likely going to fall. Well, did he get tethered back out? I thought they were just getting him straight into keep range, but yeah, they tethered. Now there's the Ancestral, gets the double hit in, and saves them. But that's a lot of ults that they had to use there. Couldn't get Diablo quite into keep range for additional damage. Again, nobody's dying. Maybe now the chance to go for Chen! Max Passion, he's max alive. The arrow misses, but Zeratul gets caught. 5 versus 4. Zeratul is down, and now they're gonna try and chase. Now they're chasing. Now they're hoping to get more kills as the red team retreats, and if they can do that, they might be able to go for core. Specifically if they can kill Chromie. That's a huge question mark. They got Diablo at the front. Yep, there's the keg, and they're just zoning everything away from him. They're going for Dibbles, and he's gonna die. That's gonna be the souls lost. He's gonna lose all of them. So there it is. Diablo is gone. Souls are lost, and that allows them to go for a few camps there. Shrine is activating in 20, so they might just play for the next Dragonite. Could also try in the middle to at least take a keep down. But it's not too many heroes that are actually gone, because Diablo respawned right away after losing the souls. Zeratul is another 10, so they can go for the camp in the middle. And then it's just a question of whether or not they can go for the Dragon Knight. So, yeah. Dibbles gets attacked again. Keep in mind, now he's a lot easier to kill. Like, a lot. So, yeah. Cap is still up. Damage output is just increasing. It's crazy. 150,000 for Hanzo, 130,000 for Chromie. Diablo is nearly at 100,000 damage. Just saying. One more Hellstorm and Diablo is at 100,000k. Like 100k, sorry. 100,000k. That would be pretty impressive. It would be a long game. A very long game. Hanzo down, Brightwing down, and did that just win them the game? Skog is dead as well. It's a triple, baby! They get the triple kill. Catapults at the bottom of the map could be a problem for the core, but I don't think it gets to that with both of them already hearthing. And now they can go for the Dragon Knight. Is that the end? They haven't lost the keep yet, but we're talking 26-minute Dragon Knight. 26-minute DK. I mean, if they get it, because Maiev apparently will have a word with them. Even if Maiev... Like, it's not even about just denying the Dragon Knight. Even if she can just delay it. Delaying it is already pretty neat. Keep in the middle has also taken damage. So they can't prevent it. But they were able to delay it. And now everybody's going to be back to defend. And they still have a keep. Now, is the keep going to survive? I don't think so. But they can at least try and... Yeah, maybe that is a bit optimistic. But they can at least use it to buy themselves a little bit of time. And try and take that Dragon Knight down. So this could still get interesting. This might not be over. I mean, 27-minute Dragon Knight is hitting like a truck. So unless Hanzo is going to drop it quickly, it's going to win the game for them. But maybe Hanzo can do something about it. Gia's already trying. They're already... Oh, they get Chromie! No, they can't! Oh, she gets in the bunker! Hanzo is dead. That's probably it. Hanzo is dead. Chromie made it into the bunker with no hit points. She's still dying, but the Dragon Knight is probably now going to finish the game. If Hanzo didn't die, it's a different story. They're disking the Dragon Knight, but I don't think it changes things. No. This is a win. The Enjoyers, ladies and gentlemen, with the lead against the Svenskas in the consolation match. GG.
Before we head into game number 2, make sure that you subscribe to the channel if you haven't done it yet so you don't miss out on any future content here on Khaldor TV.
Alderac Pass, game number 2. Enjoyers against Svenskas. It's the consolation match, and this is for all the marbles. For now, are you making it into the top 4 to fight for prize money? Actually, to get prize money already, or not. And yeah, the Enjoyers are in the lead. Great first game. Like, that one was insanely... I mean, it was intense. From start to finish, just intense. I mean, honestly, we had at no point a team running a big advantage in talents over the opponent that they could exploit, where they forced the opponent back, where the opponent couldn't fight into them because they had to say like, we can't fight up against level 16, against level 20, so they were always on eye level from start to finish. Now we're going into Alderac Pass, and if the Svenskas don't win it here in force game number 3, then they are out of this tournament. So, Enjoyers, can they pull it off? 2-0 victory, or are we going the distance? Guess we'll find out soon. They choose the map. So the Svenskas, they came in and said, okay, we want the first pick, first ban, and therefore the Enjoyers chose the map. They wanted to go to Alderac Pass with this. Now, with Tracer banned out, Hogger taken away, what's the first pick for the blue team? What's going to be the weapon of choice? Now, the 10 heroes that have been played before cannot be played again, so we're not going to see them in this game. But after how close the last one was, I'm literally just sitting there thinking, alright, what are they going to do? Okay, we get a Nubarak. We've been talking about a Nubarak a lot on the map. He's a hero that is great for cheesing the objective a little bit. You can do a lot with that, but always a good start. You have a lot of engage, you have the Cocoon to play around, you can go for the camps pretty quickly, for the prisoner camps. Yeah, and in addition, we're now getting the double pick for the red team. But with the Nubarak, you can follow up with Stukov. There's a lot of stuff you can do just in general. Go for a sniper composition, follow up with Stukov, an additional stun, a little bit of burst damage. Whereas Mirrodin and Greymane are now being played. So you have Mirrodin for Stormbolt, you have Greymane for the quick bullet afterwards, unless he goes for the throat. And can also help a lot with a boss or with structures to take out. So yeah, there's that. We've only seen one map and it's wild. It's honestly a bit wild. I love it. Yeah, there's the Haka for a bit of global control, and you get Anduin, so you have even a light bomb engage that you can play out with. Good old Jean Lassalle. Now, are they banning Genji? With Anduin already taken, yes, they take Genji out. So, no Swift Strike with a light bomb. Yeah. Removing that, definitely a good idea. Cure and Gia are our final 2 picks. I wouldn't be surprised whatsoever if Cure takes on Dehaka though. Cure has been playing lots of Dehaka. So, depending on what else they're picking, if they're going for the triple front line, for example, I think Max Passion might just go into a different choice. I don't know if they're picking Thrall, for example, then Max Passion's going to play Thrall and Cure's going to play Dehaka. Sergeant Hammer gets banned. And that leads us into our double pick. Oh, Insta! Insta! Sylvanas and Uther. No hesitation. Zero hesitation right there. Great move. Yeah, Sylvanas, Greymane, oh boy, if you can get the 2 of them onto a lane and there's no defenders, just with a simple rotation, for example, ooh, they are gonna crush. And if you split them, let's say you win the objective, you split the 2 of them, it's gonna hurt a lot. Falstad and Cassia. Final 2 picks, so they have 2 globals. 2 globals. 2 globals against a team that is going to push you heavily. Damn. Yeah, and Richu has the final pick. They also forgo Bounty here. They picked Sylvanas. If they would have just for... They could have gone for a full Alliance team, nearly. Maybe we should have made it a Warcraft team after all, not split into Alliance and Horde. It's more fun, I think. Yeah, they go Urel. Final pick, everybody. So, okay, let's go. Alderac Pass, game number 2, match point for the Enjoyers, as we are heading straight into the next game between the Enjoyers and the Svenskas. Game number 2. Well, a bit of a moment of truth, isn't it? Can this be another banger like map number 1, and will the Enjoyers move on to the next phase of the tournament, or are the Svenskas bringing this back? We got Skok on Anubarak, Max Passion on Dehaka, Cure is playing Falstad, we got Jean Lassalle on Anduin, and Gia on Cassia. Overall, on the right side of the map, we got the Enjoyers now with Arian on Sylvanas, we got Itrax on Mirrodin, Lavakal on Uther, Ether on Greymane, and Richu is playing Urel. So, let's go! With that, we have a chance for the red team to go all the way. Well, nearly all the way. So, yeah. Anubarak can also cheese the objective later, I talked about it, we'll see. We have with Sylvanas and with Greymane 2 fantastic tools to take structures down. And all the shenanigans you see in the minimap are basically because they're trying to figure out where Sylvanas is. The main reason for this is, if she sneaks onto a structure and can start attacking with someone else, they might be able to take a tower down or at least get it to half HP. But the blue team was pretty vigilant here and yeah, was doing quite well, making sure that she couldn't pull that little move off. So yeah, nicely done. Neat little play that allowed them to keep their infrastructure in place and safe, which is of course pretty big for them right now. Also have some moves being made over here in the middle of the map, as everybody is just going for that mini bridge of death. It's not quite as deadly as what we're seeing on Dragonshire, but still you gotta be a little bit cautious. And this is going to be played out, so yeah, neat little moves. Now, all the way up at the top, Sylvanas has now been taken over against Max Passion. In the meantime, we have the camps taken, the 1 minute mark has already passed, and that means that the teams are immediately making a move for that. So that's exactly what we're getting. Same is happening on the right side of the map. Actually, in this case, they were even a bit faster than them. They have Greymane, and he is great in any situation like this. So, yeah, nicely done. Well played. And let's see how far they can get with all of this now. Because if you can get Greymane and Sylvanas together with a camp on a lane, you can take structures down pretty easily. And that is what they are likely going to attempt to do now. as the game continues, and they keep rotating these heroes from one lane to another. One misrotation by the blue team, and you are losing your wall, or even more than that. 0 kills thus far. We already have on level 4 Thunderburn, so we're definitely going to get him with Healing Static as a level 13 talent. On top of that, we get the Hammer Gains on level 4. Down at the bottom, Richu with Cure going toe-to-toe here. And up at the top, Ether and Max Passion locked into a bit of a battle. Possession for Sylvanas. So, yeah. That's also an interesting one. There's actually... possession can be quite fun. We'll see what they're going to do with that. Wouldn't it be fun if you can actually possess the cavalry? Your opponent spawns an objective and you just take it away. We should get some additional ult for Sylvanas where she can actually possess a boss. Boss might be overdoing it a little bit. You can build up possession charges, and if you unleash all of them, you can possess a boss. That would be hilarious. Wouldn't be OP at all. Like, not even a little bit. But yeah, so right now we still have level 4 talents kicking in for the 2. And here's an Uberak. This is the little cheesy trick that I've been always talking about. Spawns a couple of beetles, occupies the grunts, cheeses it. And again, it doesn't necessarily win you the entire thing, but as long as you can just get a few percentage points. Look at this. This is 10 seconds already in. So he just gave his team a 10-second advantage on the objective. Is that going to win them the objective? Maybe. Could be actually happening. So these are exactly the moves that you're looking for, the small advantages that you're edging out, and you have to also keep your opponent on their toes. Arian is able to move away from the bed of barbs, and as level 7 talents are now slowly kicking in, we're getting, in this case, the Guardian of Ancient Kings. The bird in the mid lane also got a bit attacked over here. Falstad now with a secret weapon, and we got the Surge of Light. So, good stuff. No kills yet. But that doesn't really shock me. After how the first game went, I expect them to be extremely cautious in these fights and not overextend for a long time. Just trying to play it safe. Specifically when you're now playing for the blue team. I mean, let's be honest here. You are in a position where you have to be super, super careful that you're not making a silly mistake and all of a sudden you just go down. So, yeah. Well, then again, with that, we have, the attack over here. Careful on the first one. They're trying to lock that in. And Gio was low there for a moment, but got the heal. Falstad is still at the top. That's a big advantage for the blue team, of course. They have 2 globals. They got 2 globals that can push these lanes out. So if they get an experience advantage through that, that would be pretty strong for them too. If they can use that as the game continues. I mean, you try and get ahead, stay on the lanes, push them out, get some extra XP, take a few structures down. If they can fully global that up and play a macro game, great. But there is the threat of you being pressured by your opponent just using Greyman and Sylvanas for lane pushes. Especially if they're getting the objective as well. And on the objective, nothing else has happened ever since we saw that. So, yeah. They now have 20 to 30 on the seconds. Camps again claimed. Once more. Red team is a bit faster. Cure is dead. I have no idea why, but that was funny. That was actually funny. Falstad was looking for the majestic, to majestically take flight, and it was just like, ugh. So, we're gonna take another look at that, you bet. But they go for more, they go for Anduin, and they go for Cassia. Easy triple baby, and now they can go for the objective. And this is the kill that kicked it all off. Right there. Bam. Mid-flight killed. Mid-flight he gets killed, and that's just the end of that. Yeah, now of course they're not only leveraging the raiders that they're getting, but this is Greyman and Sylvanas in tandem, and they're losing 50% of the hit points on the fort, immediately. Falstad is dead again. Mirrodin, does he survive? Gets a Divine Shield just for good measure. Lavakal is not taking any risks here, and he's just saying like, whatever. If they don't have Falstad, we can push this so much more. So much more. So let's do exactly that. And boy, is that bad news for the Svenskas. Again, they are down 1 map already. Svenskas are down 1 map in this series. Now they're losing their first fort. It's 4 kills to 0. 4 kills to 0. Falstad is flying in, is looking for the gust, I guess. Finds the angle. They're going for Greymane. There's a light bomb. Greymane, they don't have the Mind Shield anymore. Was already used previously, but it seems like they're still able to get out of this. Fort in the middle has already fallen. The one at the bottom of the map is low, and the one at the top is getting attacked as we speak. So, yep, Falstad is dealing with this. The gust attempt was good, but it was not good enough. And that's 2 forts down, 4 kills to 0, 1 level lead for the Enjoyers. Yep, they are looking strong here. Blue team needs to make some plays, and you can see them getting aggressive immediately. They want to get those kills, and they might just get it now against Sylvanas. Nah, cannot take her down. Sylvanas is still alive. Not a single hero has died here. Oh boy. Oh boy. The Enjoyers want to go for 2-0. I honestly did not think that we would be in the spot. I had the blue team pegged as the favorite in the series, and while we have seen the Enjoyers getting better and better and stronger, I thought this might be a little bit too much for them to stomach. I did at least not expect this to be a potential 2-0. So, yeah. Boss up at the top. I think they're going to try and dive for Muradin here. Sylvanas is also coming towards the top lane again, and so is Greymane, as they've taken the camp again. Down at the bottom of the map, Ural is double checking, making sure that nobody's making a cheeky boss play. And they were trying to look for the top 2, but then Muradin appeared on lane. Playing around Vision is absolutely huge. I still remember the first time that the Chinese actually played. All of the Western teams were massively surprised by how well they were using Vision on the map and just laying those bush traps and everything. And most teams were completely caught off guard by it. The Chinese, more so than any other team at the beginning of Heroes of the Storm, were infamous for using perfect vision plays and really keeping an opponent guessing and making the game super hard. So there's Cocoon. Uther is still out though. Oh! Anduin eats that hammer. Divine Shield on Greymane as they're moving back out of the fight, but damn, this battle is not over, is it now? Look at that 8 isolation, and Sylvanas is gone. They tried for Nubarak, couldn't take him down, and now Itrax is jumping as he gets tongued. They're getting a few more stuns out, and the cooldowns on the fountain were still in play for most of them. But now we have 1 kill against 4, and it's essentially the same... Damn, another tongue. Seriously, calm down, dude. At this point, Max Passion is hitting basically every single one of them. Greymane against Falstad, Cure. Yeah, there's the bullet, and yeah, I can't engage again here. But look at experience. Experience is dead even. Experience is even for the teams, but it's the structural lead that the red team now has. This is their advantage. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Cure. Jump, and yeah, dodges it. He might still die. He's still gonna die. Falstad's gone, even with the Nubarak going for the Cocoon there. The Stormbolt missing, they got the kill. So Cure gets jumped and taken out. 5 kills to 1, still maintaining nearly a level lead, and Sylvanas is making those single push plays at the top happen. Jumps immediately out, has the wave on cooldown, but there are a few more heroes here that can also come in and help out. Plus, the next objective is up. So with Falstad gone, they're gonna try and take the lead on this, which they will. They might not necessarily be able to get the entire thing done, but they will establish a solid lead for sure. Falstad is back and can fly. The Haka can also move in, so the 2 globals have to join if they want to do something here, and they do. But yep, the points are ticking away, so they have taken 20 seconds off the objective already. And they're waiting for level 16 now. The reason why they're falling back here and not try to more fiercely defend the objective is because level 16 is a thing soon. And this is also the reason why the blue team is now trying to desperately go for it super quickly, so that they can force them into a fight before the red team has their level 16 talents and runs the advantage on them. So, yeah, this gets retaken. Fairly even, but now level 16 talents are in, and yep, that gets Benediction in play, which in and of itself is already a huge W. Plus, we're getting the Executioner for Greymane, and we have the Will of the Forsaken. The Dwarf is already jumping. They want to go for Cassia. Oh, Cocoon is out. The Haka from the back. Richu low. Pops the ult. Light Bomb. Gust. Oh, they're popping everything. Isolation has been used as well, but now the Haka becomes the target and he's barely moving away. What a fight. Fireworks from everywhere. And if anything surprises me, then it's probably that Uther at no point felt that he needed to use Divine Shield, because that very much looked like he needed 2 of them. So the Enjoyers with a 1-0 lead. They had a level 16 advantage. They were trying to go for it, but they couldn't utilize it. At least not to get a kill. Now we got the Martial Law in. We got Glyph of Faith. Such a strong level 16 tier for the blue team. Epicenter, I mean, all of these talents, ridiculous. Afterburner now for Falstad, realizing that he needs a bit more safety. Flies into the middle as Urel appears at the bottom. They're trying to go for Mirrodin. He gets rooted, and the Divine Shield gets popped. Lavakal doesn't hesitate. Says, alright, this is it. I gotta use it right now. Greymane moves back as well. The blue team is trying. They're really trying to force these fights. And the red team, the Enjoyers, damn, they're good at retreating here. I mean, if I didn't know better, I'd say they're French. So, big one. Now, they are always moving back, and they're actually giving the objective up. They're giving up on the objective, and instead they're going for the boss. So, they go for boss, and the blue team does the same. So they're actually getting quite a lot of this if they're getting both. Mirrodin is trying to slow it down, and Nubarak is still claiming it. So, yeah, they can delay it slightly, but it's a boss for boss. I guess since they're attacking the bottom fort, so there's a chance... sorry, the bottom keep, the fort was already taken out. There's a chance that they go and push this in a bit further. I was honestly expecting them to keep at least Greymane or Sylvanas with this, but they didn't. Yeah, once again, the save attempt on Anub. And on Dehaka. It's not only Anubarak that was in... sorry, Mirrodin was in trouble there for just a moment. Dehaka was also incredibly low. So yeah, at the top, they can with Greymane now try and defend here. It's going to be an easy defense for the other 2 teams, but it's the objective that really is the biggest concern, I'd say. So this fort very likely still going to fall, even with the 5-man defense attempt. So the Svenskas are bringing this back a bit. Yeah, they do. Fort is gone. Sylvana's still doing the best that she can, but now in the middle as another one gets attacked. These tongs from Max Passion are being ridiculous. I mean, honestly, it's insane. You're not only happy when you're his teammate, but also when you're his girlfriend. I mean, with those skills, they transfer over 100%. Did he miss anything? He hits the spot every single time. That man is crazy. It's like every time a fight starts, all of a sudden I just see Dehaka dragging someone away. It's bonkers. So, now once again, 5 kills to 1. They saved the fort at the bottom, so each... dead even again. Dead even on structures. So, right now, the push is coming for maybe a Nubarak. Urel was sniffing that out for a second. They could still take down the fort up at the top. But, yeah. 37,000 damage now from Greymane, 51,000 from Cassia. Greymane, of course, also taking camp after camp after camp for them. Bit of a lead and experience, I guess, and Sylvana's now had enough of all of this, so she jumps in, takes the last fort out, and now they're just simply retreating. They're easy peasy, no problem. Red team still holds one at the bottom of the map, but the map is definitely getting opened up now. And all of this has happened with a single kill for the blue team. 1 kill. They got Sylvanas 1 time. That's all they got. But they were able to take 2 of the forts out, and now they're going for the fight at the bottom of the map again. Most of this is really just because they were so damn good at retreating every time the fight turned against them. Talking about the Enjoyers now. So, yeah. They're trying to chase again. Mirrodin gets poked a bit and has to be careful with Cassia becoming more than a nuisance. What are you doing with the level 20 talents now that you're hitting them? I mean, nothing. No objective. No boss. Pushing simply blindly for a keep is not going to help them here. But we get the bolt. We also have now Hunter's Blunderbuss. Redemption is ready. And they're trying to go for Dehaka. And yeah, this is bad. You don't want to fight that fight. Anduin is trying to prevent it from happening. Good for him. Falstad gets hit hard as he flies in. But they are still able to disengage. Half a level until 20 for the Svenskas. Yeah, close. They are really close. The birdie in the middle. Yeah, and they tried to steal the camp away. Take the camp at least. Mirrodin is already moving back in for another Stormbolt. They want that fight so bad. But they're not going to get it. But they can take a wall down, I guess. They got Sylvanas, they got Greymane, and they're already poking. Bam, take that. Tower down, gate down. wall opened up. Damn, they're even pushing further than that. Arion is jumping in with Sylvanas. He really wants to go for it. So yeah, they're falling back. The objective is up. Both teams now on 20, which gives us Wind Tunnel. We're getting Contagion again. And the Sensor for Anduin. But damn. Woof. So, 5 kills to 1. And they're getting the camps on the right side once more. Okay. So, damage report. 42,000 for Greymane, 54,000 for Cassia. Falls is at 23k. Anubarak on 26,000. And here comes the push. Now, the 2 globals are, of course, still super important for the blue team. They have the Hark at the top now. Falls is the one that always can fly in. So, we'll see. But yeah, topside Dehaka, Urel has to respond to it, and whenever she appears there, she has a lot more travel time. Dehaka can just simply move into the fight. But they're trying to take him out. They're trying to take Dehaka out. And, well, they could easily go and drop the arrow on him whenever he tries to hunt. He's dead. He's dead. Dehaka's dead. Yeah, there's absolutely no way. Can they save him? Is Anduin? No, he's nowhere near. Dehaka is gone. They had Sylvanas into position so they could interrupt. They had enough to interrupt any kind of tunnel attempt. And now, what do they do with this? There's a boss up, there's an objective up. They go for the objective. Oh boy. Okay, Dehaka's down for 40 seconds. Guys, this is disastrous for the Svenskas. This could be really bad. This is 18 minutes in. Force set is low. They're really forcing them back. It's a 4 versus 5. Good damage from Cassia, but they're finally stopping the ball of lightning here. So she went into infinite lightning, and yep. Oh, Cassia! I think he still has a pull. Anduin still has a pull, I believe. Muradin jumps in. Objective on 24 seconds. Muradin! And he gets the Divine Shield. Gets the Divine Shield. They're getting the heals out. Uther was cocooned just a second too late. Wind Tunnel to disengage, but the objective is a given. The objective is a given at this point. They're gonna get it. 19 minutes in. Cavalry on 19 minutes. This is gonna hurt. Question is just how much. Yeah, they're trying to take the waves out quickly. Oh my god, Sylvanas. She just melts that away. They're even going towards the top. They're not going to push with the bottom of the map, I suppose. So yeah, they're burning this one down too. It just disappears. Instantly disappears. It allows them to push on 2 lanes so much easier now. So the main question is, what can they do with that? What can they do here? 6 kills to 1. Killing Dehaka was big. It was big for them. Urel is still at the top. Dehaka is currently down at the bottom of the map. And, oh, the Stormbolt! They get him again! Stormbolt into Stormbolt! Max Passion! No way! He's gonna get murdered again. No chance. Gets caught, killed. Oh my god. That is horrible for them. That is so bad. At the top they're defending. That's a keep. That's a keep. Down at the bottom of the map, the keep is gonna get destroyed. 100%. I don't think they can go for core with this though. With 1 armor shield removed, no, they're moving into the middle. They're moving into the middle, trying to go for the second keep here. Greymane is on it. There's the wind tunnel. Boy, that was bad. That was so bad. Dehaka sneaking, trying. And then he just gets caught by Muradin. Jumps in, rewind, stun, stun, stun. And they get the big damage out. 20 seconds until Dehaka is back. Yeah, they can't go for the keep quite yet. They don't have minions that are pushing in with it. That was huge. That's a keep. And now they can go for the top and try and get the boss. And they're doing the same at the bottom of the map. What's the difference? Well, very easy. This fort. That's the difference right there. You take the boss, it goes for fort. You take the boss, it goes for a keep. And if this second keep falls, you can go core. That's the big difference here. And they have Greymane and they got Sylvanas. So these guys, they cannot push. They gotta defend. They have to defend right now. And, boah. Can the Enjoyers really pull this one off? Can they go for a 2-0 victory against the Svenskas? Imagine that for a second. They're trying now. This is the big push at the top. This is huge. Already, we have Sylvanas in position. Here comes the wind tunnel, trying to do the best they can in order to stop this, take the boss on quickly. But the keep is gonna fall 100%. The only question is, can you get the core now? Yes, Anduin with a safe attempt. Oh, Falls dead, and he's dead. Falls dead is down, and Uberok is down. This is game, this is game, this is game. They take it. The Enjoyers, they will move on to the next round of the tournament. And the Svenskas are eliminated. 5-man team wipe. And the red team moves on into the top 4, into the final weekend. What a performance by them today. GG.